welcome to my channel. I'm Anna. I run an Etsy shop where I sell stationery including stickers aimed at planners and journals and various other art related items. If you're a stationery addict like me, don't forget to subscribe and welcome to my channel. Hello, welcome back to my channel. It's been a while since I made a video and I've actually had to make this video twice now because I recorded this whole video yesterday and I forgot to hit record on my audio. I did try to see if I could salvage it using the phone audio, but it's just not the same, is it? So I have double checked, it is switched on, mic is here, and hopefully this time we'll actually get some decent audio because all my other videos the audio is just on my phone and it's not great. It's not great at all. So okay, so hello again. Let's do this again. This isn't like any big announcement or anything. This is just a quick update. I like to just pop on here every now and again and let you know what I've been doing. I'm not very active on social media anymore just because I don't have time. I'm working 2 jobs now, so this and I suppose like a 9 to 5, and I just don't have the time to make reels and post on social media like I used to. I like doing stories. I don't mind posting those little updates every now and again, so if you do follow me, I mostly just upload stories now. I might do the odd reel every now and again for like a big shop update, new product line, that sort of thing, but doing them like a few times a week, sometimes daily, whereas like I was before, it's just not doable. I have on occasion scheduled a bunch of posts at the weekend to go up while I'm at work, and that did work quite well. It's obviously just finding the time at the weekend again to sit and make 7 reels and also find 7 things to make reels about too. So yeah, that is where I'm at the moment. Social media just isn't a priority for me at the moment. I would rather spend the little time that I do have actually drawing and making something that you can buy and hopefully enjoy. So with that being said, what have I been drawing? So you may have already seen it on my social media because this is one thing that I have made a quick post about just because I was so excited about it. I did have a little bit of extra time as well during the summer holidays to make little reels and things like that. But now summer holidays is over, it's back to normality and I'm back to having no time during the week. So a very long time ago, when I very first opened my Etsy store, I was a wedding stationery store and I only sold digital wedding stationery templates. I do still sell them, just on a separate store called Anna's Paper Party. If that's something that you're interested in, I will put the link here if I can and below the video. And the most popular product I sold in that shop was a wedding activity book. It sold so well, it always baffled me that it was just the bestseller because it was also, in my eyes now, so bad. I didn't have any of the resources that I have now. I didn't have an iPad, I didn't even have an office space, I had nothing. I didn't even have a scanner. So I drew this whole design out on paper, inked it, and then I had to go to my mum and dad's to use my dad's scanner, scan it in, sort it out on Photoshop and then upload it. And it sold really well as a digital download. So I've always wanted to kind of update that and re-release it in my new style, and that's what I've done. So along with the sticker kit and the other little bits that I released as part of the wedding collection, this and I think one of the sheets of stickers, the clip art style stickers, have been really popular. So this is the wedding activity book and it is called the Little Guest Wedding Activity Book. And the idea behind this is that if you've got children at your wedding, some people choose not to, it's completely up to you. This will keep them occupied, especially during those moments where they have to sit still. So you could even have these at the ceremony if you wanted to, but I think most people use these as, I suppose, the wedding favour in their place setting at the dinner, during speeches, things like that, when kids are likely to get bored. So it's a standard activity book. There's a space for them to write their name. You've got some activities, wedding themed activities, little spaces for them to do their own thing while adults are doing their thing. So that was kind of the first stage of what I wanted to do. The next stage was to turn this into an activity pack. So if you've got a very long sit down dinner, this might be a good option for you, or if you're looking for something that's not going to just keep them entertained during the dinner but also reception as well, I will show you the rest of it. So in each pack, the pack comes like this in a little plastic cellophane and with this topper that says the Little Guest Wedding Activity Pack. This one is bent, yours won't be bent, don't worry. I bent it when I was making the video before showing this. So everyone gets the wedding activity book, and alongside that they also get this colouring in sheet, which looks like a card basically. So my idea behind it is that they can colour it in, perhaps write a message on the back, and then leave that behind for the bride and groom to look at later and keep as well as a memory of the day. As well as the wedding activity book, they will also get this little notebook. I thought this might be especially useful for older children as well, that want to perhaps sit, take notes during the day, write down what they thought of the day, or perhaps just write little games or play hangman or something, and it might be useful. And obviously there is a sheet of stickers which they can again put in their notebook for bits during the day. And there is a sticker for them as well. The older children might not be as into this as the younger ones, but it says VIP Little Guest on it, and then they can wear their badge during the day. As well as that, there is also a scavenger hunt, and that just has, I know it's backwards, I'm really sorry. This just has things that would be typical at a wedding that they can go off and find, and again this is likely to keep them entertained at a reception, which is going to be brilliant if you've got older children that you can kind of let go. They can go off and do their own thing, and you can socialise and enjoy yourself a bit. So there's things on here like a big hat, something pink, some high heels, flowers, simple stuff that they can go off and check off on their list. So that is the full kit, and that is available on my shop now. I am happy to do discounts if you need quite a few of these. So if you've got a lot of children coming to your wedding, you don't need to pay full price for these individually. I'm happy to discount if you want to bundle them up. So only the activity book is available digitally. The activity book will also be available on Amazon KDP if you prefer that and you need it quickly, because I believe they do come on Amazon Prime. The only problem I'm having is that Amazon just won't approve my design. I don't know why. I've changed it 4 times now to fit within their sizing and the margins and everything. I'm just having a lot of trouble getting them to approve it, but once they do, it will be available on Amazon Prime, and then you'll be able to get it next day if you need it. Obviously it won't be exactly the same because it won't be handmade. So along with that, I have a few other little products that I made to go alongside the wedding collection, and that was some vinyl stickers and some notebooks. I may have mentioned them in the previous video. So the kind of illustrations look a bit like this. So there is one for the bride, there is one for bridesmaid, maid of honour, and there is also a hen do one. So these will be available. This is the hardback cover. I don't have a full book made up yet, but this is what the cover looks like on the inside, and then that's the back. So these will just be lined notepads. The lines on the inside will look similar to the paperback ones. So yeah, it will just be lined paper like this. And there are 4 of those, and they will be available in hardback and paperback, but also the graphics on the front, so bride, bridesmaid and maid of honour, will be available as a vinyl sticker. I'm also contemplating using those graphics on mugs and tote bags, because I think they would be quite cool as I suppose like bridesmaid gifts, and then everyone has a semi-matching kind of tote bag or mug or whatever. So I may do that as well when I have time, but I need to get the notebooks uploaded first because they're finished and they definitely should be available to buy by now. I just need to find the time. Okay, so speaking of vinyl stickers, if you have been following my shop for a while, at the beginning I used to sell packs of individual stickers. So they were the same illustrations that are on the big sheets, but they were die cut, so individual stickers, but they were only printed on sticker paper, and they came in a pack of whichever were kind of the biggest stickers from that kit. So the biggest illustrations, I took them out and then they were cut individually and put into these packs. I don't know if I have any to show you actually, I might do. Yes, I do actually. So a bit like this. They were sold like this, so if you bought the cat lady kit, you got all the cat ladies. That makes sense? And they were slightly bigger as well than the illustrations that were on the sheet that you would get for your planner. The only problem I found with these was that they're obviously printed on sticker paper, so they're not much use unless you are going to use them, you know, in a diary, on something that isn't going to get wet or going to be used a lot. So personally, you know, I wouldn't put one of these on the back of my phone, for example, you know, on a water bottle, on my laptop, because it's not going to last. But not only that, they were very fiddly to make and to package up, and they didn't sell particularly well, and even when they did sell, the profit margin wasn't big enough in comparison to how long they were taking me to make. So I have been doing a lot of that with my shop lately. I've been going through getting rid of things that are taking too long to make compared to how much I'm making from them, and taking down things that have just never sold, unfortunately, or not sold well. So you may see over the next few months, and particularly in the new year, a slight overhaul in the shop where I'm trying to bring in new products that are really interesting to me, that aren't necessarily planner based, but they are things that you would find in a stationery store, because I love stationery, everything related to it. And yeah, I am trying to kind of bring more stationery in to go alongside the stickers, because even though I love making stickers, they can only go so far. So I want to kind of bring more stationery in, so it's kind of half and half, whereas at the moment I would say it's like 75% stickers. So I'm also hoping to bring in some more art prints next year, because I love making art prints, and they do sell the odd one, not as much as I do the stickers, but I do enjoy just sitting and creating just art without any purpose, I suppose, other than that it looks pretty. So yeah, back to these stickers. These are going to be re-released, but these will be individual stickers, they won't come in packs. Some of them will be available in bundles. So for example, the first 4 that I've released on the shop that you may have already seen are the Halloween ones. And these are printed on vinyl sticker paper, and that is the biggest problem I had with kind of swapping over to these, was that I wanted to find decent vinyl sticker paper that didn't cost an absolute fortune and make the stickers too expensive, because no one wants to pay a tenner for one sticker, that's just ridiculous. And also I wanted to find a way to make them as hard wearing and water resistant as possible. I did find that it isn't actually possible to make waterproof stickers from home, just because of the kind of inks that we use in home printers. I can't remember which way around it is, but I think it's because they're dye based, it's not possible for them to be completely waterproof. I could be wrong, it could be the other way around, that the dye based inks are the ones that are waterproof, I can't remember. But yeah, it's something to do with home printers, it's just not possible to make them completely waterproof. I think you would probably need laser printing, I could be wrong. But the way I got around it, and I've made them as water resistant as possible, is that I've printed them onto vinyl and then overlaid see-through vinyl on top. So the ink is sandwiched between 2 layers of vinyl, and now they are very water resistant. I have run these under the tap for quite a while and they are exactly the same. I wouldn't put these through a dishwasher. I have put all of this on my site as well, on the listings. You know, you wouldn't be able to submerge this in water and leave it there all day. I'm not quite sure why you'd want to do that, but say for example I wouldn't put one of these on my car on the outside, because it's not going to last. It's not UV resistant, it's not waterproof. These are basically just for fun, and I would put them on things that you're still going to take care of, you know, like your phone or your laptop, things like that. But anyway, these are available with various overlays. So these ones have the cracked glass overlay. I don't know if you can see that or how well you can see it. The sun is very bright. But yeah, that's the cracked glass one, and I have 6 different vinyl overlays that you can choose from. You can go for plain, so it's just transparent, and then you can have a glossy finish or a matte finish. And then there are 4, 5, 4? I don't know. So I think there might be 4. Oh my god. So there's the cracked glass holographic overlay. There's the plain rainbow overlay, which gives the same colours, the rainbow effect, but with no special effect, if that makes sense. And then there's also stars, and there is also a glitter vinyl that came in the pack that I bought. I'm not sure about it. It's a very strange vinyl effect. It's almost slightly frosted and it has very tiny flecks of glitter in it, but it does have a rough texture. So I'm not quite sure how popular that one will be, but I have included it in case it's something that people like. It's not one that I've seen before, but maybe you have. So yeah, these are available on my shop, and I have about 30 more to add, which is taking me a while to get through because I had to kind of figure out the mock-ups, I've had to figure out how to package them, and then again I wanted to test them and see how they printed and how the overlay goes on. But yeah, so basically if you think of all the sticker kits that I have, I've taken the largest and favourite stickers out of each one and turned them into an individual sticker, which has given me a lot of individual stickers I can add to the shop now. And like I said, some of them are available in bundles. So the Halloween collection, there are 4 more of these, I think. I think there ended up being 8 in total. The other 4 aren't listed yet, but they will hopefully be by the time you see this video. And they are available as a complete bundle, but I think I might keep these 4 for myself and put them on my water bottle. So yeah, that's an exciting addition because I've wanted to do that for a really long time and just haven't really had the money or the time to kind of get my head around it. But yeah, so that's going on the shop soon, and there will be tons of individual stickers, and then people can put them on anything, and I feel confident that they will be longer lasting than just sticker paper. So that's everything that I've been up to at the moment. I am just going to double check my list here. Oh, there was another notebook that I'm going to be releasing soon, and that is a Christmas notebook, because I like to start planning for Christmas early, and I didn't want to write all my Christmas ideas and Christmas stuff in my normal notebook that I use just in case someone else found it. So I thought I'll design a specific Christmas notebook that you can write down all your plans in, you know, your present ideas, you know, the list of people you need to send cards to and all of things like that, and keep it all in one place. So that is going to be called the Jolly Jotter, and that will be available hopefully very soon. I'm going to be looking at uploading, or at least making, the product images today actually, so that should be available soon, and I'm excited about that. I'm going to have one for myself. I will also upload that to Amazon KDP, which shouldn't take long because the interior is just lined pages, so Amazon have got no excuse not to approve that. So the next thing I have on my list is, I guess, a personal update with what's been going on with me this year, because I do like to share some bits, because that's the best part of being a small business, isn't it? And shopping from a small business, you get to know the person that you're buying from. So this year it's been a bit hit and miss really. I can't believe how quick it's gone. With working a 9 to 5 now, you know, everything ends up the same, doesn't it? It's same shit, different day. And the weeks just fly by with the amount of routine. And I can't believe how quick the year's gone, or how quick the summer holidays went. So yeah, I suppose a few things have happened this year. My relationship ended at the start of the year. Lasted about a year. But I've been okay. It needed to end. It wasn't like any big dramatic ending. We just kind of both went our separate ways. And my dog died in April of this year. He would have been 15 a couple of weeks ago actually. It was his birthday. His name was Murphy, and he was a half Staffy, half Labrador, and he was the best dog ever, and I know everyone would say that about their dog. And that is actually another project another project that I'm really excited to work on. I'm hoping over Christmas actually, because it's one of those things that's not really a project, it's relaxing and fun because it's just drawing and painting, and I'm looking forward to it. Because one of the things that really helped me after he died was drawing, and I basically wrote an entire children's book based on his life and his character and his personality, and just getting it all out because I so desperately didn't want to forget any of it, made me feel better. And now the idea of kind of writing that book and illustrating it and then everyone knowing who Murphy is just makes me really happy. So I'm going to hopefully get round to doing that. I don't know how I'm going to do it yet, because I've looked on Amazon KDP at self-publishing and things, but the book sizes just aren't big enough. In my eyes, a children's book, especially a children's book that's got, big bright illustrations, those books are like this big, aren't they? Whereas I think Amazon KDP, the biggest book you can get is 8.5 by 8.5, which is about that big. And I want big pages, with big pictures of his face and, him jumping around and things like that. So I may end up, I suppose, printing the book myself maybe, and maybe doing another pre-order situation. We'll see how it goes. It's more of a personal project, I suppose, and then if people do enjoy it and buy it, that's just a bonus on top. But yeah, that's definitely something I'm excited about doing next year for him. So what else has happened this year? Clearly nothing exciting. I am going through a divorce at the moment. That's not very exciting. I've been separated now for 4 years, but we're finally doing the legal bit this year, just because it's so expensive. It's taken a while for one of us or both of us to kind of have the money to actually do it. But yeah, that's now going through, and we're getting things organised, in terms of like separating everything financially, which isn't nice, but that's all going through. And I'm hoping, I'm not hopeful to be fair, but I am hoping that maybe there's a small chance that may all go through and get sorted by the end of the year, and I can start 2026 fresh without all of this hanging over me, which would be nice, but I'm not going to hold my breath because solicitors are slow. So yeah, I don't really think anything else has been going on really, because like I said, it's just routine, same stuff every day. I work during the week until Thursday, and then Friday and Saturday I work doing this stuff, and then it's just rinse and repeat. This year I have started volunteering actually, which has been really eye-opening for me. In my job I speak to a lot of elderly people, and it made me want to volunteer with Age UK as a telephone friend, and I have found it really, really helpful, which I wasn't expecting at all, because I thought I was doing this nice thing to help someone else, and it's actually ended up helping me a lot. So if you've not heard of it before, basically you volunteer small bits of your time. I think you can volunteer up to an hour and a half a week, maybe more, I don't know. I volunteer only half an hour a week because that's all I have. And basically you get given a friend, and then you call them up once a week and just talk to them for a bit. And I never fully, I suppose, appreciated the value of having someone to talk to, and also someone that will listen. And when I speak to my friend, all they want is someone to tell all the details of their day to. What they watched on telly, something exciting they saw, something they saw on the news, something they heard on the radio, what they had for dinner that day. And I can't imagine what it would be like to never have someone to tell those things to just live and exist in silence, I suppose. And yeah, it made me think the other day as well, because now that I'm single, obviously, I have a similar sort of situation where I don't have anyone to tell these things to. Last summer I also had to walk away from my friendship group, which is a long story that I'm not going to talk about on here, but it has left me without someone to tell these things to. My job has definitely helped a lot with that, because I've met loads of new people and I do have people to tell things to, but not in the same way as it is having... Sorry, I need to move, I'm uncomfortable. Yeah, and basically what happened was that I got some new pyjamas, and in that moment I realised I don't have anyone to send a picture of these pyjamas to or tell anyone about my pyjamas. And it was only because they were really cool pyjamas that I had a pair of Wallace and Gromit pyjamas and a pair of Lord of the Rings pyjamas, and I didn't have anyone to tell about them. I mean, I did end up sending a WhatsApp to my family kind of WhatsApp group, but it's I don't know, it's just not the same as having that person to send them to. But yeah, again, that just brought me back to my friend that I speak to and how invaluable it is to just have someone to listen to you and to have someone to tell all the little things that are going on in your life. It's also taught me a lot about conversation and the skills that you need in conversation and to be an active listener. This is already something that I have to do for my job anyway, but doing it in this situation for a full half an hour or an hour or however long that you volunteer for, it's not as easy as it looks, especially when normally, you know, a conversation is a two-way thing and that someone will say something and you go, oh yeah, I do that as well. But in this situation, you are solely there to listen to them, so it's not something that you can do. I'm not sure if that's the case with all phone calls, but that's been my experience. But also it has taught me a lot about just listening and being quiet, because some people don't really need your input, they just want to tell you about their stuff. Yeah, so I've learnt a lot from that, and if that's something that interests you, I might actually put the link for Age UK Telephone Friends in the box below, because like I said, it is invaluable, and if you've just got a little bit of time to speak to someone that doesn't have anyone to speak to and hear about their pyjamas, I'm sure they'd really appreciate it. So yeah, I will include that in, and that's something that I'm really happy I did this year, and I can't believe I have nearly been doing that for a full year now. It doesn't feel like that long. So yeah, definitely consider that if you have a bit of free time, especially if you like talking as well, or listening rather. Yeah, listening. So no, not really much else to tell you on that front. I've just been doing a lot of designing, been doing a lot of work on my house, and just plodding on really, just getting through it. But next year lots of new things to come. If you've seen my update on my shop, international shipping is still switched off while I figure out what's going on with the US shipping rules and the fees involved with that, because I don't want anyone to get stung by anything that I'm not aware of. So I am going to look into that a bit more today, and because I have had a few messages about it now from other countries saying, you know, why can't you ship to me, you know, I don't have these. I think initially Etsy just shut down international shipping just to be safe. So I'm going to go look into that, see if there are any countries I can switch back on, even if I can't switch on the US, and see where we go from here, because it would be nice to get all of that back on, because I would say 50% of my customers are international, and obviously it affects both of us if you can't order from my shop anymore. So but yeah, I'm going to go look into that and I will keep you updated, and I hope that you're excited for the calendar and anything else that I've mentioned here. As always, if you do have any ideas, or if there is anything that you want or need, or something that would be useful in your life, or a sticker that, you know, I don't have that you would like, feel free to drop it in the comments and I will do my best to try and make it for you. But yeah, I hope you have a good day and I will see you next time. Bye.